Hey guys, Big Todd coming to you from the back porch again. All right, guys, we have our third installment of the Methylene Blue videos. So this stack is for the Methylene Blue for the younger folks. Now remember last video, I did the stack for the older folks since, maybe some might consider me getting older, getting close to 50. I don't. I think you're as old as you feel. But anyways, this one was designated as a stack for the younger folks. So let me get right down to it here. We have Methylene Blue Shroom. And these are all by Nutricel supplements. And Blue Boost. Man, I'll tell you what. This was a good stack. I enjoyed this. So we'll go through both of them, and then I'll give you my thoughts and things like that. And then, we'll wrap it up. But let's start with the Blue Shroom. So the Blue Shroom is, it's a methylene blue supplement that has obviously some methylene blue in it, but then it also has a lot of mushroom in it. So, and let me get to my notes here so I can give you guys some accurate information. So the great thing about having the mushroom supplement is obviously you're getting a little bit of methylene blue, but then you're also getting a lot of benefits of mushroom. And before I started taking this product, I did not realize how many good things mushrooms provide for you. I mean, I love mushrooms. I eat mushrooms a lot. But man, they provide a lot of good stuff. So let me check this out. Let me read this to you. This is benefits of mushrooms. Antioxidant properties. They're really good at protecting our cells from damage, which is that's what we're after, right? Supports the immune system. That's big. Good for heart health. Helps lower the blood pressure. Let me move this over here a little bit. Be a little bit better. Good for bone health. Apparently has a lot of vitamin D in them. So that's good for your bones. They're good for cognitive health. It improves cognitive function, but it also helps reduce the risk of I knew I was going to have a problem saying this. Neurodegenerative disease. All right, I got through that. I'm really surprised. It's also good for digestive health. Has some prebiotics in it. But the biggest thing that I picked up on is it has also shown anti-cancer properties in mushrooms such as like shiitakes. Well, if we go over here to the Blue Shroom ingredients list, let's see what we have. We have methylene blue. We got 7 milligrams of methylene blue. We've got a couple different extracts: organic turkey tail extract, cordyceps extract, organic limeanes extract, organic chaga extract, organic shiitake extract. All these are 82 milligrams in this one pill. Yeah, one capsule. And it's got organic reishi extract. Guys, that is awesome. That is really good. I love to see finding these natural supplements that will help with like anti-cancer and things like that. I know they're out there. Not to get political or go down a rabbit hole or anything. The government knows they're out there. The medical industry knows they're out there. But they make way more money on curing people or treating people, not even curing, make way more money on treating people for cancer than they would on eliminating cancer. So unfortunately, almost everything is driven by money. And the pharmaceutical industry is not going to let that come out. Anyways, I'm off my soapbox. Methylene Shroom, really good product. I really like it. It's got a lot of great benefits in it. And like I said, it's got 7 milligrams of methylene blue. So let's move to the next supplement in this stack, which is the original supplement that Nutricel Supplements came out with. It's called Blue Boost. Now, this is the supplement that piqued my interest when I first started looking into this, because like I said before, I wanted to try methylene blue, but I didn't want the blue mouth from taking the liquid. I've since, I'm still researching. I found out that you can, probably do the dropper in the back of your throat and you won't get the blue mouth, but I didn't want to have to deal with that, I don't need to deal with it at work. I don't need to deal with it at church, things like that. So I was really looking for something that I could take in capsule form. And I'll tell you what, Nutricel Supplements has hit it on the head. Really have done a great job. And like I said, when I talked to them, they were really interested in getting the facts out that this is a company made in the USA and this is real methylene blue. And we'll talk about that a little bit more in a minute, and we're going to do the methylene blue test. But anyways, Blue Boost is what piqued my interest because it wouldn't turn my mouth blue. It had cacao powder in it, which is great for antioxidants, and then it had vitamin C, which is really good for helping the system absorb the methylene blue, really get it into the cells, help the mitochondria take off. So, ingredients in Blue Boost, the original, the orig. We have methylene blue at 12 milligrams per capsule, vitamin C at 35 milligrams per capsule, and cacao powder at 235 milligrams per capsule. This, to me, when I read it, I was like, this is it. This is the stuff. This is what I need. This is what I'm looking for. So what I did is I took this stack for 5 days. I took 2 days off, had the weekend off, didn't take anything. And I took this stack for 5 days. Now, I want to remind you that I took this stack in conjunction with all my supplements I already take. I didn't change a thing, and the prescriptions that I normally take. I take blood pressure medicine, and then I take acid reflux medicine somewhat. I'm getting off of that. And then I take an allergy pill every day because, as you can probably hear, I have allergy problems. So anyways, in addition to that, I take a vitamin that's, you answer a bunch of questions. They specifically prescribe it for you, and then it's methylated. So I take that vitamin, and then I take some turmeric, and then I also take some other things to help naturally raise my testosterone because I don't take the shot anymore. Once my brother-in-law was diagnosed with prostate cancer, I decided not to take the shot anymore. That's a different video. We'll do a different video on that. But anyways, so I didn't stop. I didn't change anything. I just added this to my normal routine. The first 5 days. Day one, just like all the other stuff, I really did not notice much of a difference. I took 1 capsule of each. Again, I'm a bigger guy. And this is body weight related. The dosage is body weight related. So I decided for the next 4 days I was going to take 2 capsules of each. So I did. Day 2 through day 5, major difference. Major difference. Again, I was still putting flooring in my house in the afternoons after a full day of work. I was able to come home, get right to work, and put in another 6, 7, 8 hours a night working on flooring. That's getting up and down off the ground, walking outside, making cuts, doing this, doing that, on my knees a lot. That's tough for a big guy like me. Getting up and down off the ground, that's tough. it can be tough. That's why I work out, things like that. But I had no problems. I could go. And by the time, 10, 11, 12 o'clock came around, I was fine. My feet hurt, but that's just the problem that I deal with. But as far as energy levels, I was good to go. I had no problems going that long. So I could really tell a difference in that. I could tell a difference at work. I go to work early. I have to be at work at 6 o'clock. So I go to work early, and I was able to focus. I've always had a problem remembering things, remembering to get this done or get that done. This has sharpened that. I'm not going to tell you that I remembered everything that I had on my mind to get done, but I remembered a lot. I was able to stay really focused and get things done. And now I'm not saying that I have ADHD or anything like that. I've never been diagnosed. Just sometimes I forget. But this really allowed me to focus. And I'll tell you what I really liked about it is it wasn't like a energy drink. It wasn't like a sudden boost and you feel your heart racing and you're just all over the place and then sometimes you can even be jittery. It was not like that at all. This was almost like you didn't even notice you were doing anything different. It was just you were more motivated. You were more focused. You could just go. You weren't focusing on, in the evenings, I wasn't focusing on, well, I'm going to do this section, and then I'm going to take a break. And then I'm going to do this section, I'm going to take a break. I didn't take any breaks. I'd get a drink of water when I got up to make a cut, or get a drink of this, or, eat a little bit of that. And then I would just keep working. And for me, that's awesome. As a dad, with all that I've got going on with work, kids, church, home life, all that stuff, that's what I needed. And I could tell a major difference. I really, really could. Like I said in the other videos, I used to be addicted to energy drinks because I joined a church. I quit drinking coffee. As the biggest thing I missed when I joined the church was drinking coffee. I love my coffee. I would drink it almost all day. I stopped drinking that and I went to energy drinks. Probably way worse for you than coffee. Started getting really bad kidney stones from the energy drinks, and I knew they weren't good for me. So I was looking for something. This is it. This, along with my cold plunging and my saunas, is the ticket for me feeling really good. I'm enjoying feeling good. Let me just put it that way. I am enjoying feeling good, and I attribute it to the Nutricel supplements that I'm taking, the other vitamins and supplements that I'm taking, my cold plunging, and my sauna. I attribute to me feeling good to all of that, and I don't plan on changing it. So let me get down to this. Nutricel supplements, Blue Boost, Blue Shroom stack for the younger folks. I really liked it. I liked it better than the other stack. I feel like I felt more of a difference. Maybe I was getting more in my system. I don't know. It only takes 6 to 12 hours to get methylene blue out of your system, so probably not that. But anyways, I would endorse it. Doesn't turn your mouth blue, doesn't feel like an energy drink, and definitely works. Definitely gives you an energy. And this is True Methylene Blue. I got educated on this. True Methylene Blue, that's pharmaceutical grade, that's made in America, that is actually the stuff that you need to be taking, will turn blue, especially the powder. Obviously the liquid's blue, but the powders will turn blue in water. Non-true methylene blue that are powders, they won't turn blue in water. So we're going to do the test. Come with me. Let's get the Blue Boost here. We're going to come over to our test table that we have set up over here. All right, let's get the legs kicked out there. Okay, guys, here we go. This is a glass of tap water. This is my little straw stirrer here. This is Blue Boost. Nutricel supplements. All right, you see the capsule here. Let's just go ahead and pull it apart. We could dump it right in there. All right, guys, as you can see, it's true methylene blue. Doesn't get much bluer than that. This is the Nutricel supplement Blue Boost and Blue Shroom. And I'm going to give you a look at the ingredient list there. And then this is the Blue Boost ingredients list. So there you have it, guys. I couldn't endorse this stuff anymore. I tell you what, if you guys want to order this, Nutricel supplements, any of these Nutricel supplements, there will be a link in the description below. It'll give you 10% off. Use that link and you will get 10% off your order. Guys, I can't recommend it anymore. I really like this stuff. It's true stuff. And I've got one more video going to come out about what I settled on for my routine and my stack. So be looking for that to come out in the next week or so. All right, guys. Big Todd signing off. Have a great day.